We are tracking multiple breaking news stories for you this morning, and we begin in the Middle East. The Associated Press reports that Hamas says it will release more Israeli hostages this Saturday after all. You may remember earlier this week, President Trump demanded all hostages be released by Saturday or all hell would break out. Those are his words. Hamas had threatened to delay releasing the agreed-upon hostages, claiming Israel violated the terms of the ceasefire. Israel responded by threatening a resumption of war. Now it's reported that Hamas officials say mediators from Egypt and Qatar have committed to, quote, remove all hurdles. This just coming into us. CBS News contributor Robert Berger joins us from Jerusalem with more. Robert, I know this is just emerging, but what more do we know about this development?
Well, it looks like the ceasefire right now has dodged a bullet. Earlier in the week, Hamas said, no, we're not going to go ahead with this scheduled release of 3 more Israeli hostages. On Saturday, they said that Israel had violated terms of the ceasefire on humanitarian issues, such as not allowing in more tents and mobile homes. But Egypt and Qatar got involved. They're the key mediators, along with the U.S., got involved and pressed Hamas to go ahead with that release on Saturday. So that's back on. And so for now, the ceasefire is basically going ahead. That was the schedule anyway, 3 to be released on Saturday. So for now, the ceasefire is on. And but it's a fragile ceasefire, as we saw by this Hamas attempt to try and get around that prisoner release on Saturday.
And meanwhile, have we heard from Prime Minister Netanyahu, Benjamin Netanyahu, at all on this?
We haven't heard yet, but look, it's safe to say this is what was planned anyway. It's safe to say that since it's going ahead, the Israelis are going to go along with it. They'll release somewhere around 150, 180 Palestinian prisoners in exchange. That still leaves, several weeks left in this first phase of the deal, which ends in early March. Another, 14 Israeli hostages are supposed to be released. The second phase, though, is really the difficult part. That's a lot more complicated, and negotiations haven't even begun on that yet.
All right, Robert Berger with the latest on that breaking development, joining us from Jerusalem. Thank you, Robert.